ground and they can smell really good. Get a little bit of this water.
These hills go on forever, these pines they reach the sky. Smoke fills this holler from steels hid nearby. Downhill Billy Highway, crossroads nobody knows. Down past the byway near the river we grow smoke.
Alright, this is the tire set I just done. I caught that coon on a while ago. He's got it messed up in here a little bit. That's alright. This is real easy. Alright, this is a Duke 1 3/4 offset jaw. A little big for a coon, I know. But this trap was actually set on the log pile set I showed you just over there on the old logging road. Well, something had popped it, and I think it got ate out of the trap because there was something come along and ate it, whatever it was, probably a possum or something got caught in here and then got ate out of it. So lots of scent on my trap. I didn't want to just reuse it. I didn't want to take it home, so I'm just going to throw it in this set right here. Nothing's going to be out of the water. The water's going to hide the scent of that dead animal that was just in there. Plus, I don't have to pack it back to the truck. So, just reusing the trap. No, it might not be good for land sets, but it's going to be perfect for this tire set, and it worked right off the bat. I tell you what, these Dukes are tough. Tough trap right there. Set that sucker, put it in here, get the wire out of the way. I put that right there, took some of these bigger rocks and guarded the jaw with it, the dog with it. And I kind of creeped it up against the side I'm going to have my bait. A couple rocks under it, kind of keep it so it ain't floppy. If it's too floppy, you might just reach in there and pull it out. So anyway, that's all I did there. I got my trap kind of offset to this side of the tire. Put some of my bait in there. Right up in there. And what I did was drizzled a little fish oil all around it like that. A little bit in there where I wanted him to stick his nose. And that's it. Hide that wire a little better. It ain't gonna matter too much to the coon. Well, there you go. Quick done. And I got my trap wired off to the tire. He ain't gonna take that thing nowhere. Well, as you can see here, I got a couple of nice coons this morning. Just one of them was on a new set I put in yesterday. I'll show you that set here in just a little bit. It's kind of a modified tire set. And the other one was just off these dog proofs that I've had. I caught one right over there the other day, a couple days ago, and then caught one here now. And I'm noticing that there's a lot more streams coming through here than I first thought. There's about 4 or 5 that run through here. So I'm gonna start spreading out my traps a little bit today. I got one I'm gonna set. I'm gonna show you all a pocket set I'm gonna put in over here. But good day on the trap line. Cannot complain. My camera shut off, I apologize. What I'm using for bait here is, man, that hog wallow is right there. and it was not here yesterday, I promise you that. Well, anyway, what I'm using for bait here is I got some shad that I bought. Just some little bait fish that we have around here, lots of them. I'm gonna stuff that in that hole. I got 3 or 4 shoved in there. That's going to give that animal something to look at. This is going to be good for mink. This is going to be good for raccoons. So I got my bait in there, and then what I did with these shad is I drenched them in super fish oil right here. You can get this at Old South Trapping Lures, but I got a little extra here. I'm just going to put that right here in there. Now I got that oil in the water, and I got that oil right back there. They're going to smell that, and this is the hunting grounds anyway, because I can tell right here something's been in here. Probably got him a frog out. Like I said, I stuck my shovel in there and a frog popped right out. So that's what them animals are going to be doing. They're going to be looking through here, looking for frogs. That's probably what the hogs are doing in here, aside from wallowing. But if the hogs leave this alone, this is a pretty good set. Tell you what, pretty productive day on the trap line. I'm feeling good about this. A few more coon and I'm gonna get out of here, but I would like to catch whatever's leaving them tracks. I think I got a pretty good idea, but we'll see. But I get a lot of comments about people saying, hey T-Mac, I'm gonna start videoing my trapping and all that, and that's good. We need to save this. We need to protect this heritage, okay? But if you would do me a favor, I know I'm supposed to give shout outs and I forget half the time to do that. I think Trapper Cody wanted me to give him a shout out. I have to make sure that's right. Got a lot going on, guys. But when you're doing these and you're videoing, this is how I like to video. I like to, at a distance, video the animal in the trap. You've seen it over and over and over. That's how I do it. 10 seconds max. Then I turn the camera off, I dispatch the animal. We all know how it goes, okay? There's going to be blood, you know, we don't need to see that. The goal was not to kill the animal, you know, you trap the animal, that was the goal. What you do with it, that's your business. Let it go, keep it, whatever. Now, then I turn the camera on after I've cleaned the animal up a little bit, got it sitting there, and then I'm going to tell you about what happened, okay? If that animal's sitting there flopping and you're trying to speak to the camera and tell people what's going on, they're probably not going to hear what you got to say. They're too busy watching that animal flop. Okay, we don't want to stress them animals out any more than we have to. Okay, they're stuck in a trap. It's already stressful enough. Alright, let's do our thing and get it over with. Then talk about it. Okay, you've got visual proof the animal was in the trap. The trap worked. Now, but I know a lot of even the big timers, it's cool to have your picture right there with the animal, and that's fine if the animal is doing, you know, just is relaxed and calm. That's fine. It makes for awesome pictures and awesome footage. But I'm just going to get it done quick. I don't need to be standing there with that animal flopping around in front of me. Take that little tip, use that in your videos. I'm not trying to down anybody. I want to help y'all as much as I can, and that's the way I like to do it. And that's the way I think it should be done. So
Tracks through mud, smoke from gun. Ain't no lie where we come from. Making Ozark Mountain moonshine run.
Are you ready to take your trapping and hunting to the next level?
Visit BeanvilleOutdoors.com,
Home of
Old South Trapping Lures.
Old South Deer Lures.